So are you saying that it's possible to slow down your age with facial workout?
100% yes.
जिम फॉर फेस इफ somebody has to go into it, जब भी कोई शादी के वक्त somebody said like I really want to have a more natural face, tighten up, sculpted face, तो ये instant quick fix की तरह है.
There are two theories attached to this. A segment is lymphatic drainage, that is more or less instant, that happens. The second part to this whole concept is sculpting. That is something that does not happen overnight.
अगर लोगों को विजुलाइज करना हो कि what space for gym is, कि क्या होता है.
I would want you to think of this as gym for the face. So you know how you go to the gym for your
Correct.
body and you do a warm-up workout and a cool down. That's something exactly what we have built for the face.
Washa and all these facial tools are used in facial yoga.
Yes.
So how does it make it different? Why do you call it face workout and not face yoga or massage?
Face yoga is basically you doing a lot of movements of face.
So when it comes to face exercises, can it be done without a trainer, without a guidance?
Yeah, it can be done at home. It's not like it cannot be done. You end up breaking your veins, which can lead to acne, which can lead to things that might not be good for your skin.
How many sessions does it take for you to see results?
So it completely depends on your age. It depends on what session you go in for. And lastly, the most important point is it depends on how serious you are about taking this forward.
Important it is to train facial muscles. Is it only for the definition or just the natural lift, or it has bigger reasons?
If your muscles are strong, your skin will not sag.
Somebody has Botox and fillers.
Yeah.
Is facial exercise safe for them?
A lot of people, a lot of our clients who have Botox and fillers also come in and do face workouts.
As someone having deep necklines and they want to have it reduced, do facial exercises help them?
So I personally also have a lot of necklines. I would say it will reduce.
One weirdest but surprisingly good exercise for face.
Okay, we call this technique the slapping technique.
If you have to describe the impact of facial exercises in one word, what that would be?
I would say it's magical.
Welcome back to another episode of Ref-lections. Today's conversation is about redefining beauty and wellness with entrepreneur Pooja Lalwani. She is the founder and director of Lipstick Diary and a Fitway Studio, a revolutionary space that introduces the concept of gym for your face.
So if you've ever wondered how could your face can benefit from the same kind of workout as your body, then this episode is for you. Stay tuned. Welcome, Pooja.
Hi Pooja.
Hi.
So good to have you today, and we are so excited to have this conversation. We are talking something that we haven't spoken before about face workout. I mean, this sounds fascinating. We want to know more, but before that, I just want to ask you by saying that how did you start even this? What is the concept behind this, and what inspired you to start Fit Face Studio?
Firstly, thank you guys for having me on your podcast. I'm very delighted to be here.
Likewise.
So yeah, I've been a makeup artist since almost 12 years now, and I've done like a lot of work in my journey with movies, with ad films, but my comfort, I always keep going back to weddings. And when I'm around weddings, what I realize is like this has now become my niche. Is basically I like working with people who don't like wearing too many layers of makeup. So people who want to look natural, and somehow this actually worked for me from COVID till now, because like Kiara got married and Alia got married, and they looked so much like themselves when they got married. And so it became easier for me to sell the concept when I was with my clientele, like telling them, oh, let's do natural. And eventually now I only get people who come and tell me, oh, we want natural. So what I realized when we were digging in deeper in this whole thing, that if your skin is amazing, you don't need too many layers of makeup, just like you.
Thank you.
So that's how Fit Face was born. What I realized is when I used to meet a bride, most of the times because they're stressed out or they're tired or less sleep, they look very puffy, they are very worked up. So wanted natural ways of how I can make a girl look more like herself and not do too much. And that's how this whole concept of face workouts came on my table one fine day. I have no idea from where. And yeah, I started digging deep in the concept to have realized that this is something, obviously, if done, one session might not do miracles, but if done consistently, is something that can really help you with sculpting, can help in lymphatic drainage, take away that puffiness instantly. So there's a lot that face workouts can do, and primarily this is how it came, but now we've ventured into so many more things away from bridal with fit face. So yeah, that's us.
नो हम डिटेल्स में बाद में जाते हैं. आप मुझे पहले बताइए आपने सबसे बड़ा ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन अपने क्लाइंट के अंदर यूजिंग फेशियल एक्सरसाइजेस जो देखा हुआ एंड समथिंग दैट यू कैन शेयर.
So you know what? I feel like everyone comes with their own journey. Like some people come with, suppose they have a wedding, and some people come in. So with Fit Face, I've ended up meeting so many people, and it's actually not only workout, as in I don't want a double chin or I want to look younger kind of a thing. But I have a lot of clients who have a rehab problem, like they have a speech problem, or they have, a permanent pain around their jawline or something. So these are the clients that give me a lot of happiness. If I can treat someone with a natural something, that gives me a lot of happiness. So there was this client of mine who regularly used to come because in COVID she had an accident and she fell down to which she had broken her jaw, and she obviously had to go in for surgery and everything. And then her doctor was like, okay, you will have to do all these movements and gua shas and all these things to make your muscles stronger. So that's when she used to regularly come, and she was very, very regular, like Andi Aaye Tufan Aaye, she would reach the studio. And her journey was something which was extremely inspiring for me. And yeah, like I don't only treat this as a workout to someone to beautify, but I would also say like it's helped people internally and transform in so many ways. So that's something that really gives me happiness.
Okay, I'm just curious. I mean, I already have my next question, but before that, I'm just curious about, because you spoke about the jaw pain, and
Yeah.
even without the beauty expectation, people come to you for other expectation to heal, basically, right?
Correct.
With face related problems. So do you have any training, or if someone wants to start facial workout as a profession, do they need any specific training, because you're dealing with facial anatomy also, right?
Correct. Definitely, yes. Training is important because at the end of the day, if you're talking in the professional end, you're going to be dealing with someone else's face, and face is everything for everyone. So, yeah, you can't just dive into doing something. I obviously also started because I have a 12-year journey of makeup. Back then it was 10 years, so sorry, 8 years, and knew a lot about skincare, what are the products that should go on a dry skin, oily skin, this, that, lots of details. Anyways, was an education that I had, which is why this became an easy journey to study more. So yeah, when we started Fit Face, it was something that started on a personal study research kind of a thing. But eventually, when there were so many people who got involved and who were enjoying the concept, I did go ahead and get it licensed and certified. I still am studying with a lot of doctors around the world. And yeah, I just feel like study never ends with skin, like you mentioned. We all are learning on a daily basis. But I would say yes, you have to you have to study and research. You just cannot go one fine day and go like, okay, I'm going to do this kind of a thing.
No, so gym for face, this idea, when this idea came to your mind, if somebody has to go into it, who is it for basically?
Initially, it started off for a more personal reason, was because I have a major double chin problem. It's hereditary for me. Well, obviously, my brides was one segment. My next thing was I've always looked like extremely chubby in all my pictures. And obviously, there was a segment of doing Botox and fillers and looking like, proper and everything. But I'm someone who likes everything very natural. So again, when I started doing this on myself, I did feel like I will at some point show pictures of my before and after, and you all will say, "Okay, Pooja, you've really transformed."
Okay.
The face wise, I'm not going below. So yeah, it's been amazing in terms of like the journey of how this was a self something. Then we handcrafted tools. To the initial concept of Fit Face was we handcrafted face tools in India. We wanted to educate each and every person to be using the tools, and you do it on yourself. But as and when, like and this was introduced during COVID, and people had a lot of time. I think we all got into areas that we had never explored.
Correct.
So that's the time where this concept hit me, and I was like, oh, people have so much time, they'll do it. I'll educate them through my Instagram page and everything. But what I realized after COVID lifted, everyone got damn busy. They started venturing into new things, lots of things actually. So people used to come every time I went to do makeup for someone. All my clients were like, "You do it for us. I don't have time to do it." And that's when I was like, "Let me start a service segment to this." And when we started the service segment, initially it was literally only for my community, I would say. Like, it was not supposed to get commercial. And somehow God's been great and God's been kind. And yeah, I could reach out to so many people with so many things. Like, I will tell you all furthermore, like the cases that we've had and lots of amazing things that have happened through my journey with FitFace. But yeah, that's how my whole journey has been.
Is it a kind of a quick fix thing? आपने जैसे कहा कि जब भी कोई शादी के वक्त somebody said like I really want to have a more natural face, tighten up, sculpted face. तो ये instant quick fix की तरह है?
So there are two theories attached to this. A segment is lymphatic drainage, which is draining out toxins from your face, which creates all the puffiness and the water retention. That is more or less instant, that happens. The second part to this whole concept is sculpting. That is something that does not happen overnight. So if you'll tell me, Pooja, give me like a more sculpted jawline, or I just don't want bags under my eyes, I can't do it overnight. Also, the myth with face workouts is that people think, oh, it will disappear. I can never take anything away. It will reduce, is what we promise. It will disappear. That's not something that I can promise. So it's like, how you have hair removal. When it actually came in the market, everyone was like, oh, when you do it, hair will actually not come. But the actual fad of hair removal, it reduces. It never actually
Never
goes away.
Correct.
So
कम हो जाएगी growth लेकिन
correct.
जाएगा नहीं.
Yeah.
तो similarly you're saying like
Similarly, with this, it's
It will reduce,
yes,
but it will never go away.
yeah, it's never gonna go away.
it becomes more better towards more sculpted.
Yes.
लेकिन उसको थोड़ा time लगे. You have to be regular with it.
Correct. So, also like when you're younger, like I wish I got this concept when I was in my 20s. I know, like, if I would have paused anything at that point, I wouldn't have as many problems. Like, a lot of people like come with like necklines or smile lines and something at like a 30 or a 40. That's happened because we've not taken care when we were younger. So obviously, if you're younger and you take care of a lot of things, the better your aging will be, the process. Versus when you start later, it's difficult to stop. So reduction happens, but stop it. I can never take anything
So
away.
what's the ideal age one can start this?
Honestly, because this is so natural, as soon as possible. Like, I have had girls who've literally started it in school, but of course when they come in and do things like this, we do very mild treatments and workouts on them. Obviously, a 30-year-old is going very aggressive with their workouts versus like a 16 or an 18-year-old is not.
तो क्या होता क्या है मतलब इसके अंदर मतलब if somebody started like just फूड फॉर थॉट कि अगर लोगों को विजुलाइज करना हो कि व्हाट्स फेस फॉर जिम इज, कि क्या होता है?
So I would want to think, if I would want you to think of this as a gym for the face. So how you go to the gym for your
Correct.
body and you do a warm up workout and a cool down. That's something exactly what we have built for the face. So we have a warm up.
Warm up for the
Yes,
face,
for
and
warm
that's
up
like
for the face.
the lymphatic drainage are we talking
So
about?
it's a combination of sculpting and lymphatic drainage. All our services have a combination of sculpting and lymphatic drainage. But every workout has a specializing of what and why it has and
Oh,
what
okay,
it
sorry,
has.
sorry. So let's break it down. So you said like this facial exercise session. What's the duration of this session? One session?
So we have sessions of 40 minutes and 60 minutes.
40 to 60
Yeah.
minutes.
Okay.
Like I'm like regular gym sessions are there.
Correct. It's exactly like you just keep gym in your head.
Yeah.
For your body, but this is for the face.
And that's
okay?
how I'm also understanding it, because
Yeah.
I know that concept. Now I'm trying to understand
so
this as
with
well.
boys, so 30% of my clientele is boys. It becomes so easy for me to explain to them, is because a
Yeah,
lot
it-
of men are heavily into workouts.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
mean, now even girls are
Yes.
not.
No, seriously.
No, we both work out so we can understand
Yeah.
like the process basically. So you start with warm
A
up,
warm up,
then
correct.
cardio.
Yes. So the warm up ideally is with trying to create blood circulation, trying to amp up, creating the natural heat inside your face. So it happens with a lot of like hand movements, a lot of stretches for the face. Okay, the workout is more like a cardio. So the workout has a lot of face tools that we use. So we have a collagen roller. So the roller is also called an acupressure roller. Basically, we have collagen cells all across our face. Okay, so if the collagen cells move, and just in case it comes to a place which is designated for the cell, it activates, which
Okay.
ends up giving a natural glow. That's how, like, we have collagen cells all in our entire body. So that roller basically just moves the cells around, and obviously the activation at some point happens of the collagen. So it's a very natural process. Then we have a gua sha treatment that we do. Now gua sha helps with both sculpting and lymphatic drainage. Gua sha is also, because there's so many varieties available in the market, you need to understand what is used for what, why is so anything metal reaches
Yeah.
the fourth layer of the skin, which has your natural hyaluronic bed, which helps to activate the hydration.
Yeah, because I
So-
keep receiving so many gua shas
Yeah.
from different brands, and they all look the same, but they
Yeah.
are made with, some are made with the stone, some are metal. So I
Correct.
thought it's all same, but you're saying it's different.
Every gua sha has a different story to tell. I personally love the metal gua shas, but we also use different kinds of gua sha. I will tell you all a lot more about shapes and the material
मैं
in
वही
a
पूछ रहा
bit.
था कि सब गौशा का एक ही शेप होता है या फिर फॉर एवरी पार्ट ऑफ फेस और इट्स डिफरेंट?
But I feel they look same, right? I mean,
Not all. So basically, obviously there are multiple gua shas. There are some gua shas which have like a comb that is used for the scalp. There are gua shas which are like a pencil that is used for the eye area or around the circulation around the nose. So every gua sha, if you have like multiple gua shas at home, I would recommend.
I don't use it though.
Or come to Fittries. Yeah, basically every gua sha feels very differently on each area. So suppose if you've used like your normal, that regular shaped gua sha, when you use that on your jaw versus using another shape, you will feel the difference also. And if you use different materials, you will feel the difference. So every gua sha, we have 7 layers on the skin. So every gua sha reaches another layer of the skin. That's how traditional Chinese medicine
like how in
works.
gym, like for different body part there are
Correct.
different sets of machines,
Correct.
exercises, the movements are different. Similarly, the machines are common, the gua shas are common, it's just like the way to use those,
technique,
it's
yes.
different.
Then there
And
is
then-
this two ball kind of thing which comes.
Before that, we also do cupping.
Oh, cupping for face.
Okay, before that, if you answer that question, like how in gym we have different body parts exercises we'll do, we will not do everything in one day. In face, do we have also have the similar kind of
Yeah, we
segmentations?
do. So you know what, how we go about with this is, so we actually have AI analysis in our studio. So when a person comes in, we do a thorough analysis of what is that person's concern. So
You said AI analysis.
yeah.
Wow. I mean, can you can you talk about it a little
Sure.
more?
So basically, this is just something that we recently introduced. It was not there in earlier. But what I feel is every time we've added a technology to, any of our services, obviously the reliability is a little more. So the AI analysis basically is a scanner that helps us to get deeper, to understand lots of concerns about your skin, stuff that maybe we don't even deal with at FitFace. But it's just about educating the person that, okay, this is what your concern is. I will help you with the face workout part of things, but also like you might want to visit a dermat, or you might want to introduce a skincare routine in your life.
Correct.
So it just basically helps to educate a person in terms of how they want to take their life journey ahead. Also, the very fun part about this machine is it tells you your skin age. So in my case, it showed me 10 years younger.
Wow.
So I felt so happy.
You have beautiful skin.
That's
I
yes,
told
yes,
you
yes.
already when you walked in, like when we
Yes.
were having conversation before. Yeah, you have very beautiful skin and you do
Yeah,
look.
but it's hard work. It doesn't come in one day. And it's been a journey. So yeah, like the workout part of things has, like, just like your gym has so many things that you can do. Similarly, we have machines that help in making your muscles strong. We have machines that help in doing collagen boosting, cupping for lymphatic drainage, gua sha. And then finally, the cool down happens with the ice globes. It's something which is to, because you worked out so much, you've done so much of things on your face. So that's something that we use to just calm the whole, to make the whole session go a little more slower, and to, say like,
सो पूजा, जो जो एआई एनालिसिस आप करते हैं, आई जस्ट वांट टू अंडरस्टैंड, ब्रेक इट डाउन कि एआई एनालिसिस आपने कहा स्किन के बारे में पता चलता है, बट डज इट ऑल्सो गिव द आइडिया कि हाँ पे हमारा मसल्स ज़्यादा है, मतलब फैट ज़्यादा है, लिम्फेटिक ड्रेनेज, तो आई मीन अकॉर्डिंग टू दैट, जैसे हमारे जिम के अंदर बीएमआई मशीन्स होती हैं जो हमारा बॉडी फैट परसेंटेज देते हैं, सो द curating a workout for a person must be different for one person to another.
Also, we don't get into as many details as the muscles and the fat and everything. Of course, you can get into a lot of details with this machine, but we have curated in such a way that aligns with our services to make life easier for a person. Also, I just feel like this is such a new concept that it's very difficult to give out that much education in, that particular like 1 hour session, and then that 10-15 minutes of chatting with the clients. It gets very difficult to educate people with that much. We are obviously happy too, but sometimes it's just not possible to educate someone so much. So we try and educate, because that's how FitFace was born, and like education is something that I would want to provide to each and every person that I meet. But also sometimes it's just difficult. So the machine right now is customized to the services, very like to the point on, this is what it is, this is your problem, this is what we would recommend.
So when you exactly started this?
So the brand is 4 years old. Sorry, let me count. Yeah, the brand is 4 years old.
And it started with your double chin issue. Basically, that's the reason it got into existence.
Yes.
So
It's started it started 4 years ago.
Yeah, so the first year was only us doing the tools part and all of those things. The studio, the service segment is 3 years old. The brand is 4 years old.
But it's a very new concept for India, right? I mean,
Correct.
even we heard it for the first time, though we are aware of other concepts of face yoga and all of that. But face workout is like something different and fascinating to know.
Yes.
So I just want to know, like, when you started, did you face any challenges? And if you did, please share.
Oh, multiple challenges. So initially, people used to come and say, "Oh, this is a massage place," and so the basically, I'll just tell you all the vibe of our studio is like a gym, like how we started. Keep the
Yeah.
gym in your
Yes.
mind.
Yeah,
I'm
so
visualizing
maybe
it
you
that
will
way.
include this in your answer. Maybe you'll combine this because I also want to know how does it make it different, because gua
Correct.
sha and all these facial tools are used in facial yoga.
Yes.
Right, also massage, we do it at home, and we have seen in videos and all, and we also do like lot of facial movement and do our facial
Correct.
workouts. I don't know if I call it workout or facial yoga, but people are making videos about making different kind of face gesture and moving your muscle,
Yes.
also using the tools that you have just discussed. So how does it make it different? Why do you call it face workout and not face yoga or massage?
So, firstly, obviously, our internet, social media is like loaded with a lot of information with regards to this whole concept. Um, Everything is okay till it's done right. There's no yes or no to it. We as a brand, just like positioning ourselves as a face workout brand, is also because if you'll also go to the studio and you'll see we have like music playing on loud. We don't have a traditional bed like a spa bed that is kept where you just lie down and get like
Relax.
a relaxing session done. So the idea is, and after the session you also sometimes feel sore. So when the whole journey of us planning this, of us deciding this whole thing, we were like, why should we call it a conventional spa or a conventional, just, I don't know,
Yoga.
like a massage thing and stuff. I'm coming back to yoga. So we basically, then I felt like, okay, let me call this a face workout or something. So this was like you asked me your challenges in the start. So when I came across with the brand of like, oh, this is a face workout thing, so obviously it sounded very like, what is she talking? But it was more like people wanted to hear me because it was a new concept altogether. And when people tried it out, they could actually resonate two things. So it's been 4 years and we're still struggling sometimes to tell people that it's not a spa, it's not a massage, it's not your regular salon service. It's a vibe, but more or less now, because we've been in the journey for 4 years, it's obviously gotten easier, and social media has obviously helped us a lot to reach out to the right audience, to give out the right message. So that's that. And I would differentiate it from a face yoga. So, face yoga is basically you doing a lot of movements for your face, which I absolutely love. But that's something that we don't do at Fit Face yet. At Fit Face, we basically have you come in, and the therapist will do all the workouts for you
You.
on your face, so you technically don't have to do anything. Versus in face yoga, similar like a body yoga session, you have to maybe sit on a mat, you have to sit in a particular position and like do all your expressions. So which is why face yoga versus face workouts are two different concepts. Ideally they lead to a similar journey of tightening of your face, sculpting, all
सो
of those
फेस
things.
योगा का तो मुझे इतना पता है कि आपको यू डू यू जैसा आपने कहा, तो फेस वर्कआउट के लिए इज देयर अ ट्रेनर हु विल हेल्प यू आउट? बिकॉज दो चीज़ें यहाँ पे, सोरनेस जो है गलत एक्सरसाइज से भी हो जाती है, एंड सोरनेस राइट रीज़न से भी होती है व्हेन इट्स डन राइट. अगेन गोइंग बैक टू द कंसेप्ट ऑफ मी विजुअलाइजिंग अ जिम, आई हैव अ ट्रेनर इन प्लेस जो मुझे बोलता है अनुज ये गलत कर रहा है तो इसको थोड़ा सही ढंग से करना, ये सही फॉर्म है. सो व्हेन इट कम्स टू फेस एक्सरसाइजेस, can it be done without a trainer, without a guidance, or
Yeah, it can be done at home. It's not like it cannot be done. And our easy accessibility of all the products that are there, similar to the whole gym concept. But are we doing, like, I feel like 60-80% of the people around us, they do prefer being under supervision of an expert because you want to do the right things. And thanks to our environment, we have that support. So, It's something. So even when a person comes to fit face, they ask us, should we do a maintenance something? Of course, it's great if you can inculcate something of your own between the sessions, but it's not a compulsory something that I would say no, you have to do it kind of a thing. Also, because if done wrong, like you said, the soreness happens. You end up breaking your veins, which can lead to acne, which can lead to things that might not be good for your skin. So it's very important, the technique, the amount of pressure that you put to be doing the right stuff, and not everything is right what is shown on social media. So i I wouldn't promote it too much to be doing things on your own as much. Like, you can do light exercises on your own, but highly recommend it to be done with a professional. In our case, when we have our trainers in the studio, you actually, the way we've designed it is that you just come and sit and we will do everything for you.
So how many sessions does it take for you to see results?
Amazing question. So basically, we have categories of workouts. We have like a classic category where we would want you to come to us once in 7-10 days. We have a category where we do microcurrents. So basically, that category is where we work on the muscles of your face. So the skin sits on the muscles. If the muscles are strong, the skin will not sag. That's the idea. So that machine helps us to basically help in muscle stimulation. If you do a session of that, then we need you to come once in 10 to 14 days. We have a full segment of where we use heat that helps to tighten your skin. In that segment, we ask you to come after 2 to 3 weeks. So it completely depends on your age. It depends on what session you go in for. And lastly, the most important point is, it depends on how serious you are about taking this forward. Just going back to the gym concept again, I can work out 5 times a week, I can work out twice a week, or I can work out all 7 days. It's on how I want to make my routine. So similarly with face workouts, I would say you decide how serious you are with your whole journey. Like, there have been times I have literally done this every day because I was just obsessed. And there are times I've had gaps of 2 months or even longer. It's not like I go back to becoming fat or anything. It's just that the more consistent you are with the process, the better the results.
How important it is to train facial muscles? Is it only for the definition or just the natural lift, or it has bigger reasons?
Honestly, extremely, extremely important. If your muscles are strong, like I said even earlier, if your muscles are strong, your skin will not sag. So the whole idea is, as we age, the muscles become weaker, and that's why the skin sags. Obviously, the way we looked in our 20s, or early teenage life, to what we look right now, is because our muscles have become a little more weaker than what it was back in the day. And obviously, when we grow older, it is going to keep getting weaker. So the idea at this point is to concentrate on keeping the muscles extremely strong, because the skin sits on the muscles. And that's actually one of the most important things of face sculpting. If you don't want to age, you work on your muscle strengthening.
So, how about like this tech jaw tension and stress lines? Will that be also be cured with this facial exercises?
So, everything is very interconnected. There are multiple segments. Muscles being one of the things, but also every person has a different concern when they come in. Like, for example, suppose I have a TMJ problem. TMJ is basically a lot of, people have this problem of cringing in their sleep.
Yeah.
It happens because of stress. Some people have smile lines issues, some people have frown lines on their forehead. So a lot of these things are connected to your emotions. So this is a study in facial anatomy. everything that you do. So if you're happy, so you smile, and there's a lot of smile lines that come on your face. And if you're a smiley person, that's the shape that your face takes.
Yeah.
If you're someone who has a habit of just raising your brows every time you talk, you have a lot of lines over there. So a lot of your emotions are the lines that get created on the face. Obviously, it's very hard for a person to control on their emotions. The idea is for you to understand what kind of a person you are, and the problem the problem what is created because of your emotions.
So are you saying that it's possible to slow down your age with facial workout?
100% yes. Also, like I said, it's not only like you say, oh, I have a jaw tension, or I have like, the frown line tension, or smile line tension. It's also trying to relate to internal things in terms of what is your lifestyle, what is your stress life balance, what is it that actually affects you in your life. So you can obviously always do one segment and try to work on it, but a balance together has a better effect on.
So let's
Approaching
say
it on a holistic
Correct.
way,
Correct.
because only going for facial workout will not help if your lifestyle is bad, right?
Correct. So it's like a 50% healing for the whole process. But if you want like a 360 degree turnaround, I mean, you have to
so
change
with your
everything.
expertise, let's say that if person has a double chin and this person comes to you and looking at his or her face, how many sessions you think would be enough for that person, minimum and maximum, just for a
that's
number?
an amazing question. So Anuj, basically, suppose if you came to me in your late 20s or early 30s,
Okay.
versus when you come to me in your 50s or 60s of age.
So age becomes a criteria there.
Age is one of the biggest criteria that will increase or decrease the frequency of the face workout. Okay, so because when you're at the age of 50 or 60, your muscles are weaker. Okay, your collagen production is much weaker.
Yes.
So everything takes time. Also, you will never go back to looking like what you were looking when you were younger. Like I said, even when we started, I wish I knew this concept when I was in my 20s. I would have slowed down the aging process. So, obviously, people who are in their 20s and 30s are the lucky people who know about this concept, who've been educated towards this concept, and people who want to run away from Botox and fillers. It's something, if you start sooner, you also in your early age might not have to do as many sessions. So I mentioned about the categories of services that we have. These are just frequencies that we have set to guide people, and they're generic frequencies. But of course, when a person comes in, we try and customize it. Maybe you are someone who doesn't want to come in and see my face every week. Maybe you can decide how your routine is and you want to come once in a month. But what I say is, a skin has a cycle. Okay, for the first 5 to 6 sessions, you do it according to what we say and how we tell you to follow, and then you take a longer gap and come back to doing it again for those first 5 to 6 sessions accordingly. Okay, option one of going around with face workouts is this. Option two is you be consistent throughout and you decide the gaps. If I want to do once a month, if I want to do twice a month.
And if you're talking about 5 to 6 session, so how frequent are the sessions, like gaps between each
Depends
session?
on the category that you're taking. So someone who wants to play really safe, I would say come and meet us once in 7 days, once in 10 days. Because your body. Now suppose if you've done legs today, you can't do legs tomorrow, day after, and the whole week. Like your legs
Yeah.
are not going to get toned. You're actually just going to create an injury. Similarly, I've had so many people, oh my God, come in. They've done a session today. They've just walked in after 2 days. I really enjoyed my session. I want to do it again.
Yeah.
That's not possible. Like, I'm very happy to have them come in, but am I doing the right thing? No. So even when people, obviously when we do it at the studio, studio, we try to concentrate the concern of the person. For example, if they've come with a lower face concern, or they've come with an upper face concern, so concern is prioritized, but we end up doing the whole face of sculpting and lymphatic drainage. But when you're, for example, keeping those gaps and doing things on your own at home, I would say break it down how you would break down the body parts, to maybe only the lower face, to maybe only the cheek area, the eye area. So breaking down and working on one segment at a time, and then coming back to those segments is a better routine to follow versus going aggressive every day with.
So no workout will give results if your lifestyle is not sorted. Now
100%.
coming back to facial exercises. So far we have saw and heard only like this particular approach will take you from this point to that point. What thing we did missed out? Like what if a person is taking a session, what guidelines you share, like okay, in order for you to achieve what you are trying to, these are the prerequisites of it. What are the prerequisites?
So, firstly, like a lot of people think I'm a magician, which I'm not, guys.
Yes.
I am not here creating magic. It's very clear that nothing can happen overnight. It's not 100% guarantee that you will go from chapter A to a chapter B in these many days. That's not possible. And lastly, it's not like, basically, if I've got a certain result and over a period of time, not necessarily you will get the same
Yeah.
result.
Every face is different. Every
Every
individual
face,
is.
every body, every lifestyle, every emotion is different.
Yeah.
So it's a very personal journey. Of course, we want to give the best results. So now, if you'll even notice, when I would urge all your followers and you guys to do this. Click a picture, a selfie of your face, okay? And it has to be a square, and just compare your face from side to side. You will notice that it is asymmetric.
Yes.
Please do not die after doing this. But it's with every single person. Like, maybe our eyelids, this area keeps drooping, and as we age, this whole thing droops, because of which our eye shape starts looking smaller. So how can I lift this to make this more symmetric? How can I work around this side to, like, maybe one side is more up and one side is more rounder? So, the idea is through face workouts to make it as symmetric as possible. It's never going to be equal.
Yeah.
Our left hand and right hand is
Yeah,
not
like
equal.
everybody has a better profile. Like
Correct.
I feel that my left profile is better than, because it's more lifted.
Yeah.
It's always like that.
But every time I tell someone, or if I do this, and even in our analysis, and we show this to people, some people are literally in like coma, and oh my God, like, oh, I have such a big issue, and I have to tell them, okay, this is with every single person.
Yeah.
So also I feel like it's all consistency and seriousness of how you want to take it forward.
बट फिर भी लाइक खाने के कुछ रिस्ट्रिक्शंस हैं, स्किन केयर के अंदर सर्टेन इंक्लूजन्स हैं, समथिंग दैट गोज एज अ चेकलिस्ट टू देम.
I feel like with skin, it's never enough. Like, you can do 100 things and it's amazing for you, or you can do even 2 things and it's amazing for you. As a personal journey, you need to understand what works for you.
Yeah, what works for you. Now you're talking about like you don't do much on your skin.
Yeah.
Now I am a sensitive skin girl, and we were talking about anti-aging and how does it help in aging. Now there are many, like you also mentioned that if you wish that you were 20 years old and you
Yeah,
started
wish.
then. So people with different skin concern, like if someone wants a glowing skin, someone has acne, or even sensitive skin, so do you have workouts for them as well, or does it going to help in these concerns as well?
So, someone who comes with like extremely bad acne, like a level 3 or a level 4, is someone that we can't do face workouts on. The skin is already very irritated. So, it's something that we can't touch. So that's a segment that we don't cater to. If you have like your period acne, or one of a kind acne, is something that we can help you with draining out the toxins for. But a lot of acne, so our face is a map to the body. So there are a lot of like points like our liver, our intestines, the heart. So when you get an acne, if you open your facial anatomy, and if you'll see, like the acne around here is all your intestine acne. That means your gut is not clean.
Yeah.
So it's actually targeted according to that. A lot of acne can be hormonal. So you need to understand what kind of acne is for what, and how the approach has to be. But in our case, yes, if you have sensitive skin, for example, we have a lot of clients who have rosacea.
Yeah.
And we can't do much on rosacea, people who have rosacea. So we have designated services for them. And of course, the approach is much different. More or less sensitivity, I would say every single person in and around us have sensitive skin, because everyone has some of the other concerns. So that is something which is a tick mark in our checklist anyways. Like, you have to treat it like baby skin. It's a newborn baby skin, and you have to treat it like sensitive skin, because I feel like nobody comes with like your that
Yeah.
skin that is ekdam rough and tough.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen.
How permanent are the effects once somebody takes certain number of
It's
sessions?
not permanent at
It's
all.
not permanent.
Not at all. It's a relationship. It's consistency. So it's like you want six pack abs, but you don't want to go to the gym. Or you've got six pack abs, and after which you're like, oh, this has to be permanent. So that's your answer. If you want to maintain it, you'll have to keep coming, and if you want it, you will have to keep working towards it.
Now, I want to go back to again the sensitive skin part,
Yeah.
because I want to understand, is there like a group of people who should avoid this fit face or facial workout? It can give them a reverse effect, or it can make more damage than, because I've also heard that a lot of time facial massages, yogas, or using different kind of tools, or even facial oils. Now, I want to come to that also, what kind of ingredient you use before the facial massage, like facial workout, sorry. But then does it have there are group of people, is there group of people who should completely avoid it? Like you said, acne with like a terminal acne or something.
So, if you basically have a disease, an illness, or something that you are battling with regards to your skin, like in between, I broke out with really bad allergies all over my body. I was getting hives all over my body. So, at that point, like your body is rejecting a lot of things. Obviously, you're recommended not to do all those things. For someone who has terminal acne, again, we do not recommend. So a lot depends on how your health is, how your hormones are when it comes to women. Honestly, we've also treated people who have been in chemo. Again, we can't do sessions like the microcurrent or the radio frequency or any machines. It has to be very classic. It has to be very simple. Uh, we have patients, clients who have pacemakers. So honestly, when they're doing the treatment, they come in at that point. Please do not take them or entertain them. That's our thumb rule, is because you don't want something to aggravate. Like I said, the facial anatomy is very related to the body, and you don't want to activate something they're already going through a problem. So the terminology of what is going on in their life obviously has to be taken care of, which happens in our consultation, to understand that is there something that we need to know before we dive into doing something. And most of the times, like most of our clients come and tell us, okay, this is what is happening. Now, for example, someone has thyroid. I get very restricted because the thyroid gland is here. I can't do machines over there. I'm not allowed to unless I get a doctor's certificate saying, okay, you all have a green signal to be. So, we have a lot of clients who come in and they have a thyroid problem. It's a very normal issue in our market. And again, we get very restricted to the workouts that we do for people who have thyroids, because the thyroid gland is on your neck, and neck neck is an essential part of face
Face,
workouts
yeah.
because it is your Mediterranean for draining out all the lymphatic drainage, all the toxins from your face. It is also that helps in blood circulation. It's your connectivity between your face and your body. So it's one of the most important area for face workouts. So again, depends on the consultation, depends on the person's concern on why, what, how. That's how we decide the workout and we decide the frequency. And with regards to sensitivity, I would say everyone's sensitive. You need to understand the concern.
But you just mentioned about the machines.
Yeah.
What kind of machine do you use, and what kind of products do you use before doing any kind of workout on the face?
So we basically have categories of machines. There are lots of machines that we use other than the normal conventional face tools that we have. One is basically the sculptor. That can be used by anyone and everyone. It's absolutely safe for anyone and everyone to do the sculptor. It just basically helps in stimulation. We have a machine that provides currents on your face. Okay,
Okay.
please don't like go on like, oh my god, Pooja, what are you doing?
But is that like dermatologically tested
Yes,
or
yes.
approved?
All are certified. Everything that we do in the studio is certified, approved. We have a team of scientists that help us to bringing this. Our machines are also made internationally. So everything that we do is 100% approved.
So tell us about the current
Yeah,
thing.
so the currents basically help in muscle stimulation. I've been speaking about how if muscles are strong, the skin doesn't sag. This machine just helps to work on the muscles. So, obviously you can do hand workout with your hands or use face tools like gua sha and rollers. But I just feel like the machines help to dig in a little more deeper than the hands and the tools. So it just adds on that it takes us like two steps ahead, and it amps up the process. So for example, if I do something with my hands and I do it once a week versus I do one session of the machine, I might have to come in after 10-14 days. With hands the frequency is a lot more, it's a slower process. So similarly, it's very important to understand, like, if I want to actually do the machine or if I don't want to do it. Like, I am someone who likes it because sometimes if I'm traveling or if I have a hectic schedule, I just don't want to stick to the hands. I want the machine to be used so that it's lasting longer, the whole effect, and plus I don't have to be very frequent with the process.
But does it have downtime? Like, does it leave any redness or?
Because you've worked out, sometimes yes, your skin
I'm
becomes.
specifically talking about the machine usage.
Oh, not particularly as such, but because so every skin is different. There are times that your skin is, because we've worked out and we've done so much, it does become red. You feel a little sore. But having said that, it does settle. There's no prerequisite that we ask you to follow after a face workout. Like literally, you can even put makeup after doing a face workout. It's that safe. But also, when a person comes in, we want to know if you have an important event to attend, so that we don't do an aggressive something on your face. So things obviously are important like this. For example, if you have a very important event tomorrow or today evening, I'm not going to do something very crazy on your face. I'm going to still be more gentle with the approach that I take.
So, with somebody has Botox and fillers,
Yeah.
is facial exercise safe for them?
Yes, they. So a lot of people, a lot of our clients who have Botox and fillers also come in and do face workouts. So if your Botox or filler is new, we cannot take you in. It has to be 3 weeks to a month old because it is injected, and if we do a lot of movement, it ends up moving. So we do not recommend people who have recently done a Botox. I mean, the gap has to be a 3 week to a 1 month gap, but it's safe for people who've done Botox and fillers. We have a lot of clients who have gone through the journey of Botox and fillers and who want to transform the journey to coming to a natural path So yeah, they do a combination of both. Like maybe some areas have Botox and fillers, but some areas are, through natural segments with fit face. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Pooja, I want to understand like how the response has been since you started. Like, what kind of response do you get from your clients? Do you get a lot of people coming in?
I like accepting facial exercises
Yeah.
as in a new fitness routine.
Honestly, it's been really overwhelming, the whole response. There are days that I get calls and we have like actors coming in, and I'm just like, who is sending these people? So we've catered to Sonakshi Sinha, Jacqueline Fernandez, Uma Qureshi. So Sonakshi did it before her wedding. She got face workouts done because I'm assuming she felt puffy. We didn't know till we reached her house that, oh, we are doing Sonakshi Sinha. Jasmine Basin comes to our studio very often. Shehnaz Treshriwala, lots of HNIs. Gaurav Gupta got it done. I mean, every time he lands to Mumbai, the first call comes to us that, okay, you know what, I want to come in and do a face workout. So,
If somebody has this deep necklines, and
yes,
I'm sure that's what I heard, like no dermat procedure can reverse it.
yes.
As someone having deep necklines and they want to have it reduced, do facial exercises help them?
So I personally also have a lot of necklines. I would say it will reduce, it will not go away. I am also struggling with this segment
I
of
don't think
my
you have
face.
much. Even I have.
Yeah, but no, guys. So again, with doing facial exercise, also keep taking care of your posture. Very important for us to be and
Straight.
sitting
Yeah.
proper and poised, and actually even sitting cross-legged is wrong because it puts weight on only one side of your body. If you're actually supposed to have a great posture, you're supposed to sit till the back of the chair and sit like upright, which obviously doesn't look very appealing on camera.
All the time.
Yeah, so the ideal position is this if you want to not have necklines and stuff like that.
Oh, really?
The reason I
Yeah.
ask, because most of the
Okay,
time
let
we are
me
on
sit.
phone.
On the
Specifically me,
phone.
8 hours is my screen time.
Yeah, it's actually supposed to be
and
your.
it's very hard,
But how
it
do
doesn't come to
someone
your mind.
keep the phone
आता
like
ही
this?
नहीं दिमाग में कि
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is our lifestyle that we
Yeah,
need to
yeah,
work
yeah.
convenient
towards.
over
Yeah.
perfection, so convenient ये ज़्यादा अच्छा है तो हमेशा ऐसे ही झुके रहता है. And I
Yeah.
think tech neck and this jaw line, stress in the
Yeah.
jaw line, that comes with it.
Yeah.
So how you see yourself? I mean, this is one kind of gym, I'm sure, for the face. As a person in this field, how you see this field growing in the next 5-10 years?
Oh, I think it's going to only keep growing. Personally, I feel like beauty has come such a long way to so many Indian brands that have been accepted in our market. I see this as a blooming segment. So I feel like there's been a segment of Botox and fillers, and there's been a natural segment. And Botox and fillers is something that has suddenly like blown apart. But also, I feel like everyone ends up looking the same.
Yeah.
But with this segment, you actually end up enhancing a person's features, like their personal features are enhanced. So I personally also feel like this is a segment, if done as soon as possible, is something that has very long term benefits, and I see no end
See,
to
honestly,
the
I'll tell
whole
you,
journey.
before the start of this session, I told you like we started trying new things. I
Yeah.
see myself enrolling into this session
Oh,
soon
yay!
Wow.
because I'm kind of inclined and influenced that yes, it does work. It makes a lot of sense with what you have said and how the approach is. And yes, a natural sculpted lift is somebody or everybody needs it. It's not just like issue है तो ही जाना है. Just to have a proper natural lift, I think at any given age everybody wants that. So for sure I am gonna get enrolled for
Oh, I
sure.
got one client today.
Congratulations. I'm going to ask you to demonstrate few of the exercises, but before that, I just want to ask you, like, if suppose I want to join your session because you already got a client today. So if suppose he wants to join it, what is the cost of your sessions, and ideally, if you are willing to share that?
Yeah, sure. So we start at around 1300. It goes up till 3800. The idea is to keep it, as much as you would want to pay for a yoga class or like a dance class kind of a thing. So the idea is to keep it very affordable so that people can make this a routine. So the pricing is that, and
1,300 is for per session,
yes, one
and
session.
if someone takes a package or
We
something,
have package
different
deals
packages.
and
Okay.
stuff. Yeah.
So if someone wants to start small but fresh, what are the exercises that you can suggest? Like,
So there's a small tip that I would want to give is with regards to face workouts, always go upwards and outwards. So when you remember this, when it's upwards and outwards, when you suppose start from your neck, it's upward, and when you're around this area, it's all outward. So everything that you do should be outward.
okay.
That is a small tip that really helps in sculpting. So one is you can use your palms also to have realized every finger has a different pressure that comes on it. Like you can also feel it now.
Yeah, like
When you
this.
touch
Yeah.
over here versus when you touch with this finger, every finger feels very differently.
Yeah, I think this has the least.
Least, yeah,
That's
which
why
is
we
why
use it for eye.
correct.
Yeah.
You use this around the eye because the pressure of the ring finger is the least.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
I didn't
thumb
know
being
that.
the strongest. Yeah.
Yeah.
So also like every finger has a different pressure that gets provided. We also end up using the knuckles of the hands for just sculpting the
The jawline.
face. Correct.
Okay.
So obviously also we need to understand as we keep moving from the neck to the face, the skin starts getting thinner. So the skin around the eye area is much thinner versus the skin around this area, or the skin over here is also much thinner versus around this area. So the pressure over here can be a lot more, but the pressure has to reduce when you're around the upper face. You can't use a lot of pressure here, you'll maybe bruise yourself and you'll come with a black eye. So which is why the whole explanation of what finger, you have to see the pressure that actually works on you, how much pressure you should put on your face.
Okay.
What is the one weirdest but surprisingly good exercise for face? Weirdest but surprisingly good.
Weirdest. Okay, we call this technique the slapping technique in fit
Seriously?
face. No, it's not like you come and
Okay.
actually
You just do
slap
like
the
this.
person, but it's more
Oh,
like
that way.
this. So we call this the slapping
Yeah, I've seen
technique.
that somewhere in the videos.
Yeah. So every time we tell a client we are going to do the slapping technique,
Does it hurt?
it actually doesn't hurt.
Okay.
But it just really helps in great circulation and movement for the skin.
Okay.
So if somebody has to start at home, what is the one exercise that person can begin with?
I would say just use your hands as much as you can. There's
Inward
nothing.
and outwards. Sorry, outwards.
Upward and
Upwards
outwards.
and outwards, sorry.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
what about using facial tools at home, like gua sha and like rollers and all of that?
I think we all possess a lot of these facial tools
Yeah,
thanks
I
to Instagram. Amazing products to use. I just feel please be educated when you're using this. Not every stroke is the right movement that you're doing. So please educate yourself before using it. If you're not certain, I would say again with tools also upward and outward is something that should be kept in mind. Anything with regards to the face, upward and outward is your key.
Perfect.
So and keep the pressure a little like mellow. Don't go crazy, you will bruise yourself.
Okay.
Okay, before we play the next round of myth or not, I have just one final question that I need to ask you. If you have to describe the impact of facial exercises in one word, what that would be?
One word. Wow, that's hard. I would say it's magical.
Oh,
Amazing.
beautifully said.
Yeah.
So let's play this
Perfect.
game called myth or truth. You just have to say, if it's a myth, you say myth or truth. But if you want to add a few lines to explain,
Sure.
you can.
Sure.
Okay. Facial exercises can completely replace cosmetic procedures like Botox.
There's no in between because it's a very personal option. Like I would say it's a myth for me because I like natural, but it might not be the same answer for you.
We'll go with your answer.
This is in between.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Okay, second one. You can build bulky facial muscles from face workouts.
Not actually, no.
It's a myth.
Yeah.
Doing facial exercises regularly can help reduce a double chin.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
I want to.
Yes.
Guys, I'll have to add
Yeah,
my
the
before and
example.
after. I'm sending the picture in this podcast.
Yes, you do
Yeah.
it. Once you get visible results, you no longer need to do exercises
No myth. You have to be consistent. That is the key of
like
face
any
workout.
other
Any
sessions.
workout.
Yes.
Facial exercises can help improve blood circulation and give your skin a glow.
True. Absolutely, yes.
Doing facial workouts can help reduce stress and tension, especially in jaw and forehead.
Yes, it does. Obviously, areas that you concentrate on, but it really helps to reduce face tension.
Okay. You need tools like washer or roller to see real results.
It's better if it's there, true, but it's not a compulsion when you're personally doing it.
Facial exercises can slim down a rounder face over time.
No,
No?
we cannot change the structure of the face.
It has to do with bones as well, right?
Correct.
Yes.
I cannot. I am not a magician here.
Face yoga and facial workouts are exactly the same.
No.
Correct. We just
You
spoke
have
about
this.
explained how
Yes.
it's different.
massaging your face daily can slow down visible signs of aging.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Pooja. It was amazing to have this conversation and know a lot about your face fit and also facial workout, and you have really explained it well. If you want to say anything to our audience lastly about any last words, you can always.
Guys, I'm overwhelmed to be here, and this is actually my first podcast.
Really?
So, yeah, it's the first time I've actually come to a space to speak more about the brand, and we've always just been so busy trying to cater and be around, and we are working on a lot of sessions that we are adding to our menu and locations also. So we've just been so busy that sometimes I just forget about educating my audience and a lot more audiences. So this has definitely been amazing, and
All the best for your brand, and looking forward to come to your studio, and
Definitely.
can't wait
Definitely.
to have you all.
thank you.
Thank you.